speakers never, and I really mean never, learn the words by heart, as this is the optimal way for you to sure kill your presence and charisma on stage. Never opt to learn your script by heart. In this video, I want to share with you the techniques that I use with my clients, with my speakers, to help them memorize the exact steps of their talk by making sure it comes through as natural as if you're just thinking of this on the spot. Number one, do write the script, but then just let it go, throw it away. Actors, they learn a huge amount of text, and they do this by repeatedly reading their lines. However, it's also about how it feels when they read the lines, how it sounds like, how it's acted out. So you can read your script a couple of times a day, but don't try to memorize the words. Don't just learn it like it's a poem, but practice delivering the content as if you are already on stage delivering. Number two, read your script just once every 120 minutes or longer. Make good use of your brain's ability to create long-term memory out of short-term memory. So the way this works is called reconsolidation. So every 2 hours or so, the brain would rewire itself in a way to store data that is supposedly important into long-term memory. So basically, if you're reading your script out loud many times a day in intervals, you will remember it better than if you just do it for like 20 times in the short space of an hour and really, make yourself really tired. And then 3, forget the script. Start practicing your flow. You see, these pages of words written on them, this is your script. Stop clinging to these sheets of paper as if these words are just there, on this piece of paper. They're really inside your head, they're inside your heart. So thinking that these particular words that you have written down are the only good words, that's really bullshit. So rip up the pages and start trusting yourself. You have prepared. You've drafted, you've scripted, you've practiced. Now it's time for the real thing. And let me tell you this, speaking is not reading. Speaking means that your voice is coming from your heart and that you trust yourself enough to pick these words, that you see, hear, feel in your mind all the time. All of them are good enough. Any words that come to your mind at that particular time is good enough because you are good enough. I do this every time I have to give a talk or a presentation or even a workshop for that matter. I write down the flow, the order in which stories and content and calls to action and quotes, basically everything I have prepared. The trick is to remember how that order goes. And when you have that flow down, when you know that you remember the flow by heart, you are way more likely to geniusly improvise. The most important part of your presentation is not to lose yourself in the timeline. Basically, you need to know what comes next. However, you can improvise in your immediate speaking topic, but you will come across more natural, authentic, and like you've just come up with all of this just in a second. But if you miss the flow, then this might cause a problem. I actually take a piece of paper or a post-it, or I would use the whiteboard and practice my memory of the flow at least once a day, like for maybe a week prior to my talk. I would double check if I left something out on the script. And then once you get really confident that you're spot on, like 100% sure of how the flow goes, then you can be pretty confident that you've got this talk nailed.